being with us tonight. It's such an honor to have you here with us. As MJ mentioned, Tencent has built a name for itself as an industry leader, if not game changer, in the arena of entertainment, gaming, AI, and internet-related services, and much, much more. In China, their streaming platform, Tencent Video, is the leading OTT platform with more than 600 million users per month, delivering a large content library across many categories. They are also leading the pack in producing premium Chinese series to serve the demand of users in the region. In recent years, they have expanded that reach into Asia under the carrying brand of WeTV. And tonight, we proudly launch it here as WeTV Philippines. We're very excited to bring this offering to the Philippine market as we Filipinos have fully embraced Asian content and have made it part of our regular entertainment consumption. As WeTV positions itself as the streaming platform for Asian premium selection for both original and exclusive content that you want and have to see, we have steadily introduced some of the top Chinese dramas, Korean series, Thai BL, and so much more. As we add more Filipino content to the mix, we are uniquely positioned to deliver on all your entertainment needs. Some of the titles you can expect to see in the coming months are Chinese dramas Oath of Love and The Golden Hairpin, the new Thai BL series Manner of Death, Korean drama hits like Flower of Evil and Tale of the Nine-Tailed, and Filipino movies including James and Pat and Dave, and of course, Miracle in Cell Number 7, which we will talk more about later. We are actually working in delivering to our users at least 20 exclusive local movies and 12 local originals, and nothing but the best Asian premium content in 2021. And on the subject of Filipino content, the team is excited as we are on track to produce at least 12 originals. It is an honor to be working with the best and the brightest content producers, directors, writers, and actors in the industry on these projects. And we can't wait to shine a light on the great stories that we've found. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the ad opportunities within these local originals, as we offer a wide range for advertisers which are not limited to the usual brand placements and mentions. We can seamlessly weave in products and make them integral to the storyline. WeTV Philippines, backed by the technology of Tencent, is also introducing brand solutions that is a first in the market, which also addresses sales KPIs. In-video commerce allows our subscribers to purchase a product in just 2 clicks without even having to leave the app. So if you see a product on set while you're watching, you can click on it and proceed to purchase it. This is a technology that's already in place and being used in Tencent territories. It's no longer just a dream nor an idea. And this is just the beginning for WeTV Philippines, your ultimate Asian premium selection. We're very excited for you to go on this ride with us. And we hope you'll join us as we begin the journey of WeTV Philippines. Here's a glimpse of what we have in store for you.
Wow! Ang dami nun. And of course, excited talaga tayo para sa mga original offerings. But hello! Thank you for this opportunity, Miss Georgette. Oh, diba? Eto, so we know that WeTV is definitely going to bring lots of exciting and entertainment factor niya sobrang taas para sa mga audience natin. But let's talk about the WeTV originals. Georgette, can you tell us more about the thrust behind this?
As a streaming service, MJ, we have a distinct opportunity to offer our users the widest possible variety of content across genres. Mm-hmm. So it also gives us a platform to work with some really creative minds to tell very unique and compelling stories. So we take our cues from Tencent and from Tencent Video because we have seen how well-crafted the Chinese WeTV originals are, from the story to production elements, and it's been gaining traction across Asia and other markets. So WeTV Philippines carries this DNA in creating quality original content designed to cater and appeal to the Filipino market. We're very, very, very excited to share these stories with everyone.
sobrang excited din kami, Georgette, especially to know what's the process of behind WeTV Originals. Like, how did you select the projects that you accepted for this?
Well, I guess just like everyone, I love a good story, so I always start from there. Whether it's just the seed of a story idea or a concept, I keep an open mind during every pitch that we accept from producers, writers, directors. But we look for stories that are not being told or not being discussed enough, or what our viewers might be missing, especially now, diba, that the cinemas have not reopened. So once we've decided on a story, both the producers and our team, it becomes a very, very collaborative process all the way. We go through the story treatment, the script, we flesh everything out. We talk about casting options, production design, even music, and the many, many, many elements that go into creating a piece of content. And lately, we've also been highly focused on the safety protocols that we needed to adjust to, given the unfamiliar times. I think it's all new to us, so it's uncharted territory. But we're very, very committed to keeping all of our production, our artists, and our staff very, very safe. So many, many steps involved, but it is a journey and a process, and it's one that I actually enjoy immensely. And at the end of it, it's a story that we can all be proud to tell. So we're very, very determined to deliver on the promise of compelling stories and good entertainment.
And I'm sure, and speaking of kanina, Georgette, you were talking about yung mga stories na hindi pa nakikwento, and parang sinilip ko nga yung lineup natin. Parang hindi ko pa nga, bagong-bago ito sa akin. So now let's talk about this and the WeTV original offering. So first, okay, Section Saint Valentine, the disappearance of Divine. Mr. Jet, what's the story about?
So that's the title, no? So it's actually quite literal. It's a series set against the lockdown about senior high school students of Section Saint Valentine. So they resume classes via Zoom, as everyone has these days, except in the first few days, they realize that the most popular girl in school, Divine Concepcion, fails to show up. So her continued absence triggers an online investigation. Alam mo naman yung mga classmates, diba? Each one has its motive. Yung barkada, yung may crush sa kanya, and all of that. So, they decide to solve the mystery behind the disappearance of Divine.
I love that. Okay. Eto naman. Betsin. Okay, so what's Betsin about?
It actually follows the story of a couple. It's Beth and Cindy, who are on the verge of breaking up, until they find themselves entering an online contest to become social media's #relationship goals. So Beth sees this as an opportunity to get the money to start a new life with her new girlfriend, Kate. But unknown to Beth, Cindy, on the other hand, has other plans. So it's actually a very, very hilarious rom-com, reminiscent of the sitcoms of the past, but told with GL slant.
I love it. Diba, GL?
Diba?
Miss G, yung GL parang ngayon ko nga lang talaga na, we're gonna cater to the GL audience right now, diba? We have BL all over now. This is one to look out for, Betsin. And the next na itatanong ko sa inyo, Mr. Jet, yung B&B ng Sangre Productions, or B&B, The Battle of Brody and Brandy. So eto, ano naman to?
Well, this one, it's a romantic comedy, as I was saying earlier, di ba? Parang we also cater to what we feel our market misses. So hindi lang yung the different kinds of stories, but the stories that we know they're looking for, and they will enjoy very much. So it's actually a romantic comedy about how two polar opposites find each other. They decide they don't like each other, they bicker and they fight, only to realize that the more they fight, the more they actually fall in love. So the show starts off by Brody staying at the bed and breakfast of Brandy. And, they develop a connection. Brody charms Brandy. And at the end of his visit, he promises to return. So he keeps his promise naman, but not as Brandy expected. Brody actually opens up his own B&B across Brandy's.
Grabe siya!
So you can imagine the trouble that ensues.
Yes. Alright. So ito, ilan pa lang yan. Okay, sa mga sinishare natin. But ito, WeTV Originals also has in its lineup The Anatomy of Loneliness. So title pa lang, parang lahat ng sawi makaka-relate. Raise your hand kung nasawi na kayo, di ba? So very interesting to. Ms. G, anong kwento rito?
It is very, very interesting. The premise of this show is actually, how the youth of today, because they're perennially posting on social media, it's mostly like the happy parts of their lives, hindi ba? Kasi parang ang baduy naman mag-post ng malulungkot na episodes of your life. So they're basically, posting the happy parts. And what we don't realize is that because of that, they actually have a hard time dealing with grief, isolation, and loneliness. So so this series actually tackles that. It's the story of two lonely individuals who unexpectedly find a real connection amidst the very impersonal platform of social media. So, MJ, I actually wish that I could tell you everything that we've been working on, but we're
sure
not
marami
quite.
pa.
Oh, so we're not quite ready. But then I'm sure we're gonna talk again, and we're gonna meet again to talk about the others. But I think this lineup of stories represent where we are now and what we have to offer as WeTV Philippines.
Actually, Ms. G, yung kinikwento mo pa nga lang yung parang mga synopsis ng mga WeTV original na we are about to see. Parang feeling ko, alam ko na yung mga learnings na gusto kong ma-absorb dito eh. So sobrang awesome talaga nung lineup ng WeTV originals, and I'm so looking forward to streaming these come 2021. So now, of course, besides Ms. Georgette, we are honored to have these people join us this evening, the creative minds behind some of the titles Mr. Jet and I were just talking about, okay? So now joining us is the director and writer of The Anatomy of Loneliness, Direk Perty Briñas in the house. Hi, Direk Perty. Alright, so nandito ayan si Direk Perty. Pero wait, there's more. Meron pa, the team behind Sangre Productions. Nandito rin po sila, Direk Mark Reyes and Miss Sunshine Dizon.
Hello.
Hello! Alright, they are here. Oo, makakausap natin sila tonight, everybody. And of course, eto na, umpisahan na po natin a little bit of a question for everybody. I'll start with Direk Perty. So, Direk Perty, paano mo ba nasimulan yung storya? And based ba to sa sarili mo? O sa kakilala mo? And inspired ba to sa generation ngayon?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Wow.
Pang Miss Universe ba?
Miss Universe, oh.
Oo.
In-echo ko lang. So basically, I've been working on this for quite some time already. Really ironing out a lot of details because it's a very, it's a very compelling material. Basically, I'm a very observant person kasi, and amidst all the social media interactions of people posting, the truth behind that is even research says na more than 50% of people in the world are lonely or would call themselves lonely. And the series wishes to explain to everyone and kumbaga tell everybody that we sympathize with the loneliness that you're feeling. And of course, we also wish to say na in the series na lahat kayong nalulungkot, hindi kayo nag-iisa. Yan.
And excited pa kayo malaman kung ano pa yung mga mapapanood namin dito sa handog nyo na ito. But of course, bibitinin muna natin sila dahil may tanong tayo para kay Sunshine. Ito naman, you are here as a producer, syempre for Sangre Productions. But marami nagtatanong sa atin, career shift daw ba ito? Next step daw ba ito sa career mo? And kung pwede daw ba i-share mo sa amin yung hatian daw ninyo dito nila Miss Iza, nila Karel, sa Sangre Productions, how you divide the work?
It's not a career shift, but I've always been interested in production work, and it's also my dream to become a director someday.
Wow!
And I'm very passionate about production work. So, with regards to hatian, si Diana Zubiri just gave birth, so we're letting her rest for the moment, and then usually it's Iza and Karil busy with the marketing side of the company, and I usually concentrate on the production side with Direct Mark also, most especially with the concepts and the stories.
All right. So speaking of Direct Mark, no, yung question naman sa kanya, what drew him to the story? And of course, can you please talk a little bit about it?
Well, I think Miss Georgette was able to present it well kanina, what the backbone of the story was. All I wanted to add is that, beyond the story of the two warring people that supposedly to fall in love, is that what makes this different is also that our leads are actually not the young type of characters that you usually see in the K-dramas or the other Asian dramas. But these are the people who are in their 40s and 50s, and either by choice or circumstance, they're still single. And then they find each other in this situation that they're both warring business people, but at the same time, there's something going on between them. So that's the fun journey that this limited series is going to take.
All right. So, Direct Mark, Direct Perty, and Sunshine, at this point, anyone or everyone can answer. Because ang tanong naman natin yung casting process, and of course, planning yung shoot ninyo during this pandemic, this quarantine.
Who should start?
Do you want to start?
Go ahead.
Okay. I think the beauty of our story is the script was mostly written na with the bidas in mind. So parang patterned na siya. Talagang sinadya na namin yung story for our two bidas. And sorry, what was the second question?
The planning, yung shoot nyo during the quarantine, how was it? Yung logistics.
To be honest, it's quite hard because there are a lot of considerations that we have to really do, and also follow all the protocols set because of the pandemic nga. Pero it's good that we're also working with senior producers, and that everybody naman, especially with our team, we're very conscious na we have to take care of the staff, the artists, etc. So planning is hard, but we have to keep up with the times, and hopefully lahat maayos naman before we shoot.
Mukha naman.
MJ.
Wait lang. Direct Perty and Direct Mark and Miss Georgette, bago tayo mag-continue, may sasali na sa atin, may humahabol ang napakagandang si Miss Iza Calzado of Sangre Productions as well. Hello, Miss Iza.
Hello! Hello everyone! Hi, Georgette!
Grabe, back-to-back si Iza. Kanina pa siya. Kanina pa.
Hello, Perty, Ga, Shine, and hi, Direct Mark. Sorry, I didn't get your name.
MJ.
Ay, si MJ ba to?
Oo, si MJ. Oo, ako to. Yeah, baka kasi
Sa phone ko.
Maliit
My
as a
God,
phone. Yeah.
Ate, nasa
Wala.
insert.
I'm
Yes.
so sorry, MJ. Of
Alright.
course, I know who you are.
Ayan. So, syempre, si Iza, of course, siya rin po yung bida ng BNB, the story of the battle of Brody and Brandy. So, siya si Brandy dito. Again, Iza, can you just tell us all about who Brandy is and ano nga ba yung mga aabangan natin?
And sino si Brody?
Oo.
Ayan
Ay,
na.
pwede na ba?
Exciting.
Pwede na ba
Pwede na
sabihin?
yeah.
Pwede na ba?
I-announce mo, Isa.
Ako naman magsabi.
Yeah. Go.
Parang yung casting may pinag-uusapan eh.
So I play Brandy, and the Brody is going to be played by Ian Veneracion.
Wow! Napakagandang team up
Yeah.
nito.
Yeah. So,
I love-
sino nga ba si Brandy? Si Brandy ay isang Direct, I'm sorry, naririnig kita kanina, no? Wala pa akong 40. Bigyan mo naman ako ng 2 taon pa bago.
The role, the character, not
Older,
you.
daw.
I was talking about the character. You look you're in your early 30s. Ano ba?
lang. Hindi, so, yan. So, she's a woman who parang medyo jaded. Yung parang hindi na talaga naniniwala na may darating pa, na may mga matinong lalaki pa. Kasi nga, at her age, it's either they're taken, ang sabi niya, or kaya fluid sila. Yung mga ganon. So, and then she runs this bread. Gutom na po ako. Bed and breakfast. Na talagang, it's her life. Parang she's dedicated her life to running this bed and breakfast. And, like, mahal niya pati yung mga guests niya, ganon. And then suddenly, this man comes into her life, si Brody. I don't know kung hanggang saan, di ko na lang mag-explain kung ano si Brody kasi hindi ko alam kung hanggang saan ang pwedeng ikwento. But you know, biglang parang he's charming, he's, you know, around her age, and he kind of sweeps her off her feet. Ganon. So we'll put it at that. And then, pero marami pang mangyayari. So, kayo nang magkwento. And nakikinig kasi ako kanina dito. Ako, tinanong mo yung hatian kasi, MJ.
Yes.
Oo. At this moment, I would like to honor my of course, Direk Mark and Karil and Shine, who have been putting in so much work for this, because I'm currently doing a series. Shine's about to go in, but I've been taping since June. So, medyo hindi ganun ka dami yung oras na maibigay ko. So, they've really been on top of this. Kaya nga, talagang ako, sabi ko nga, sige, ako na lang yung pupunta sa shoot tapos gagawa nito. Pero, and I'm also very excited. Ba't ayaw mo sabihin?
Na
Magdidirect ka dito.
Sabi niya kanina gusto lang daw niya maging director. Yung pala siya yung magdidirect.
Hindi.
She will be associate director for this project, and it's about time. I mean, she doesn't even need to study directing. I mean, she's been acting since what age, Shine? I mean, she has,
Ayoko sabihin mabubukil yung edad ko.
and she is,
I had to add.
37, bakit?
yeah.
I have to add, Sunshine is one of the most meticulous when it comes to safety protocols. As in, like yung mga testing namin, the guidelines. She's the one who's making sure that it's met, and actually not just met. It has to be like really doubly secure. So she goes way beyond what is in the guidelines.
Actually, stricta po yan. Stricta po talaga yan.
Very concise,
Dyan,
no?
takot po ako.
Grabe! Kasi may ganun palang dynamic sa Sangre Production. Pero ito, ini-inject na rin nila yung ibang mga patanong para sa'yo, Iza, na how different daw is it to be a producer and an actress in your own project?
Sa totoo lang, hindi ko pa masyado nararamdaman. Gustong-gusto kong tumulong dun sa 'di ba yung dun sa proseso ng talagang yung paglilista na yung ginagawa nila, Shine. Hindi pa ako siguro sa susunod naming proyekto, mas perhaps when bandwidth kasi, 'di ba, yung parang I just can't give it. So but of course, as a producer, may taya ka eh. Material nyo yan. Siguro I'll come from that na parang aalagaan nyo yan. You have to be on top of it. And of course, we're with a script na may say ka, mas may say ka. There's a certain, it makes you feel empowered. And I'm sure you feel this, Shine. And di kasi, syempre, as a director, matagal na kayong may ganong powers eh. Kami kasi bilang aktor, parang, all these years, parang growing up, parang I never felt that I had the power to say or dictate certain things, and I think that's one of the gifts that having your own production outfit or being part of one gives you. It makes you feel empowered, and syempre yung magkano ka dito? May ganun yung Sunshine eh. Oo, may ganun. Magkano ka dito?
Discount ka ba sa TF?
Pag-uusapan pa namin.
Pag-uusapan pa.
Pala yun! Pero gusto lang natin tanungin si Direk Mark, paano si Sunshine as an AD? Diba?
We've always worked as an actress, and then in Mystified, our first project, she was an actress and producer. This is the first time that we will be collaborating creatively as a director and associate director. So we've worked, by God, from Encantadia to the different soaps. I mean, Sunshine knows already the the innards of how to direct a scene. I'm sure she might even be better than me for coming from her point of view. So so we're very excited that you will see her work first time here in the BNB. And might I add lang, the challenge right now, I guess even Director can attest to this, to develop something creative in the midst of this COVID pandemic really makes you think of so many things, but also it challenges you creatively. So that's why I came up with, this concept. We felt that, how can I make something interesting, pero it's just set in one location or the locations are limited. So you have to make that your advantage instead of your disadvantage. And so far, we're developing the script. Everybody's liking it. WeTV is liking it. So I guess we're on the right track. So it's a matter of putting all this together and then, bringing you Iza and Ian together. They have not been working for a long time, no?
No, since 2017, and we've never worked on a material like this.
Wow.
It's always been heavy.
Yes. Actually, it's funny that when Iza read the script, she was panicking because she realized that the first time she read it, because she's not used to rom-com. And I put her really into the situation. She said, "Naku, I need a workshop. I need to talk to Jody. She's good at this. She has to coach me." Which is her pet name for Sunshine. Tulungan mo ko.
Well, ang tulong ko, ang humingi akong tulong kay Ga kasi siya yung taga-Bacolod, yung mga ganun. And of course, tutulungan ako niyan acting. But I'm currently taking acting classes anyway, so yes. But as in humingi ako talaga ng workshop with Ian. I told Ian, I said, Papa let's do one. I mean, with Sina Direk Lori. Just to, kasi we've never done that yung ganitong dynamics. Tsaka para fresh. Kasi nga, we've worked together na din several times. At maganda. It will just create that extra good energy and chemistry on screen, I believe. So, excited ako dito sa project na ito.
And
we're
may
very
I just
excited
add,
also.
we're also working with Noreen Capili as our writer. So
Yes,
we're all
yes.
very excited.
Super.
Parang may
Hello?
naghang ba tayo?
Ayun.
May naghang?
Hello? Sabi ko, anong kasunod doon? MJ?
Wait, yes, I'm here.
Oh, yun.
Tayo ba ako? Eto, kayo na sabi, are you there? I am here. Akala ko lahat tayo. Pero eto, thank you for that. Gusto naman natin mapakinggan ng konti lang si Direk Perty about, short lang po, no, kasi may Q&A pa tayo about the casting, etc. in your timeline for this.
Well, like what Direk Mark said, because of the pandemic, it really, for artists, especially writer, directors like me, it really puts us in a position where we assess everything. Kasi even our normal creative ways of thinking about concepts, thinking about what the people are looking for, it really changed because of the pandemic. Parang the pandemic has been very hard, but it's also a time for us to reflect about a lot of things in our lives. Diba? Hindi lang yung hirap yung appreciation sa lahat ng meron ka. Kasama yan sa paggawa namin ng material during this time. And of course, safety also. We're very particular with safety kasi as media practitioners, production people, we're always putting ourselves on the line, di ba? Parang frontliner na rin kami. So, extra ingat talaga kami kasi ang buhay hindi naman mababalik, di ba? Kaya, ayun. So, we're very happy because WeTV has been very supportive of us and all our development challenges during the pandemic. Also, safety protocols have been very, very, very supportive, di ba? Ano pa ba? So, ayun, yun lang naman.
Alright. Thank you, Direk Perty, Direk Mark, Sunshine, Iza, Miss Georgette. But wait lang, we'll see you later for the Q&A kasi for its first offering for 2021, WeTV Originals will be premiering the dramatic teen series Section Saint Valentine as well. So, hindi tayo makakasama nung cast ngayon dahil sila po ay nakalock in na. Okay? At nasa middle na po sila ng kanilang shooting. But eto na, they sent us a very special message for everybody this evening. So please do watch this.
Hi, we are the cast of Section St. Valentine, The Disappearance of Divine.
Sorry we can't be there tonight because we're currently shooting.
And we hope you watch our series when it premieres on January 2021.
So ayun, sana supportahan niyo at panoorin yung series na ito. Ito ang kwento ng isang barkada kung saan sinubok sila ng panahon. Yun.
I'm very, very happy with all of them in the sense that they fit their roles to a T. And it's when you look at all of them, it's a menagerie of the faces that you will see in the Philippines when you do come here. And in terms of the youth vibe, they capture it so well. And I think over the course of our shoot, they've, to be fair to the cast, they've formed an honest to goodness friendship. Even though they're all using face masks and face shields as they interact. So I'm very happy with all of them. So please do catch Section St. Valentine, The Disappearance of Divine on WeTV coming this January 2021.
Alright, so 2021 WeTV Originals. Pero guys, ilang tulog na lang. November 27 po. One of the most well-loved films and biggest box office hits of 2019 Metro Manila Film Festival. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It will be streaming exclusively po sa WeTV. So, eto na, as it features or featured presentation to usher its 2021 programming. And to get us started, let us first take a behind-the-scenes look at Miracle in Cell number 7.
Action!
And with a very challenging 2020 coming to a close, this is the perfect heartwarming movie to watch with the whole family during this season of hope. So whether you'll be seeing it for the first time or have watched it before, ako mga 5 times ko na ata pinanood pero inuulit-ulit ko talaga siya. So ito po yung advice ko sa inyo. You're going to need, para sa mga first time na mapapanood ito, kailangan nyo po talaga ng tissue boxes. So now, reuniting to help us launch the streaming of their movie on WeTV exclusively, please welcome the stars of Miracle in Cell number 7. Let's give it up for Zia Rigor, Bela Padilla, and Mr. Aga Muhlach here with us this evening. Hello!
Hi!
Hi! Please greet everybody.
Hi, MJ. Hi, Sia. And of course, hi, Kuya Aga.
Ayan.
Hello, Adala! I'm Jay.
Hi!
Hello.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, ito na, may tanong tayo. So, how does it feel na marireach natin ang mas malaking audience natin through WeTV? So, anyone can answer. Who wants to go first?
I'll let Sia. Kasi si Sia ang taga-sagot namin dati.
Okay, go Zia.
Ano po yun? Sorry po.
So, naku, mas marami pala. Okay, sobrang dami na nakanood ng Miracle in Cell number 7. Pero dadami pa lalo dahil sa WeTV. Kamusta Zia? Ano pakiramdam mo dahil dito?
Sobra po akong masaya and grateful lalo na naging part ako ng film na to. And sobrang nakaka-warm sa puso na mas marami pang nakanood ng film namin at mas marami pang mga family at friends na naka-appreciate ng film namin. Kaya sobra po ako masaya and grateful.
Alam mo, sobrang iba na nga yung panahon natin from a year ago. Imagine when this was released. So, it really resonates again sa lahat po ng ng audience natin. Pero ano tingin mo kayo naman Bella and Aga, yung tingin nyo talaga pinaka-kukurot sa puso natin ngayong we're under this new normal. And we're gonna watch, again, this great film.
Bella?
Ano, Kuya Aga? Ako na ba?
Of course. Ladies first.
I completely agree, MJ. This story will definitely resonate even more this year. I mean, this isn't a new story. We've watched so many versions of it, and our version came out last Christmas. But I do believe that it will pinch at our hearts a bit more this year because Miracle in Cell Number 7 is a story about finding hope and friendship and love in the middle of isolation. And that's what we all went through this year. So hopefully, after months of being isolated and after months of being in quarantine, by now we have found the people that we consider our support systems or our families and, you know, our friends who have stuck by us through the quarantine. I feel like ngayon, when you watch Miracle in Cell Number 7 again, we have a different appreciation and understanding for it.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you want to add to that?
Yes. Yes. Before anything, quickly, I'm just happy to see Sia again and Bella. Happy to see you both, really, MJ, and long time no see, guys.
Yes.
We're excited na mas lalaki nga yung platform namin, mas lalawak. Even though, you know, we're fortunate enough, and I'm grateful. We are all grateful because the Metro Manila Film Festival, lahat ng maraming taong nanood, and which gave us a #1 spot. And for that, maraming salamat. And now, knowing that meron pa tayong WeTV, so kahit yung mga hindi mahilig manood ng sine, no, kasi ang napakasarap ng feeling bilang isang artista na ang pelikula mo, hindi naman namin talaga actually gusto yung sinasabing box office na yan, yung ganyan. Of course, yung pera dyan. But really, ang sa amin bilang artista, yung trabahong ginawa mo, masayang-masaya ka pag milyon-milyon ang nanonood. Diba? So because of this platform, new platform, parang sana nga umabot sa ganun para makita naman nila yung ginawa naming pelikula.
And speaking of that, can we please invite everybody to watch this exclusively on WeTV? Ang daling i-replay nito dahil sa WeTV.
So we're very happy that yun nga, we're now exclusively available on WeTV. So yung mga humihingi ng ways to watch Miracle in Cell Number 7, the whole year I've been getting DMs on IG na saan namin mapapanood yung Miracle in Cell Number 7. Eto na guys, we are on WeTV. So ayan, in behalf of course everyone who's not here with us today, yung cast the amazing cast that we got to work with, and the everybody, and the Viva Films team who really put this all together. We're so excited that you can finally watch us on WeTV.
Zia, you want to say something to invite everyone?
Opo, unang-una po, maraming salamat sa WeTV. And sana po marami pa po makanood ng film namin dahil sure po ako maraming mga nalulungkot dahil sa mga uncertainties na nangyayari ngayon, tsaka sa mga typhoon na nangyari, mga flood, kaya nakakalungkot po talaga. Kaya sana po mapanood niyo po yung movie namin dahil pag pinanood niyo po to, halo-halo pong emotions to, nakakatawa po, merong ding nakakaiyak. Kaya sana po mapanood niyo po. Salamat po.
Ayan. So, Sir Aga, Bella, Zia, huwag po kayong aalis kasi ang kasunod nito, Q&A portion na. Marami tayong kasama ngayon from our members of the press. Yo!
Kaya ano ko rin yung I was watching yung anatomy.
Yes,
parang na-excite ako doon because it's nice that they were able to, kasi minsan gagawa ka sa pelikula lang in terms of ticket returns, minsan nakakatakot to experiment and ganyan. So, because of this platform, also this WeTV, para mas nakakatapang gumawa ng mga pelikulang gusto mong gawin talaga na feeling mo may saysay na hindi ka mag-iisip na panoorin kaya to o hindi, di ba? Parang yung anatomy na yan, kaya nasabi ko, gusto ko i-tackle yung issue na yan, and I'm happy that merong gumawa nun. So finally, it's being talked about now, yung issue na yon, and it's gonna be shown and through WeTV. So maraming salamat, guys. Congrats, guys, and salamat sa Viva and Bella and Sia and sa inyo lahat, sa lahat ng nanonood ng Miracle. And yes, I'm excited. So kahit in the near future also makagawa kami ng mga pelikulang
yun nga, iniisip ko
para
nga,
dito.
Sir Aga, baka kayo may gawin ka, di ba? Malay mo, sa WeTV din natin mapapanood.
Si Bella hindi nagantay eh. Dapat na may...
Wow,
Si Bella
bukuhan.
kasi may pinapasa sa akin na script. Sabi ko, parang feeling ko that time, quiet lang ako. Pero ito pala yung tamang... Anyway, Bella, naka sa akin.
Sorry na, Kuya Aga. Sorry.
O, ito na. Alam mo, may mga naka-line up na po tayo mga kapatid natin sa press na kasama natin ngayong gabi. So we are opening our Zoom for some questions to our media friends. And of course, Sir Aga, Bella, Zia is here with us. Also, we are calling back Direk Perty, Direk Mark, Sunshine, Iza, and of course...
Oh, nice! They're here still! Okay!
Yes!
Hi!
The gorgeous country manager of WeTV, Miss Georgette. O, diba?
Hi, Georgette!
Bill is now on board. Diba? Kaya
Hi, Aga.
kanina ngayon. She is joining us. Hello, hello, hello. Ayan, we have 5 questions allotted. And
Hi,
you can...
Iza.
Oo, pwede sila mag-ask.
Hi, Zia. Hi, Kuya.
Nag-hi lahat. Ano? Hi, hi, hi!
Mag-hi muna kami sa isa't isa. Sorry.
Mag-hi muna kami.
Ay, lang,
Hindi mo
kasi
kami 30 seconds.
nakaka-excite naman talaga. Sobrang under new circumstances, nagkikita ko tayo ng ganito. And syempre, I'm sure yung press masaya rin nakikita rin kayo, di ba? Nasama-sama rito tayo ngayong gabi sa WeTV launching. And right now, para sa press natin, they can type in their questions sa chat box. And may 5 tayong ma-accommodate na questions tonight. First off, we do have Ate Melba Lianela of Cinema One. Ate Melbs, are you there? Please unmute yourself so we can hear you and see your pretty face. Si Ate.
Hi.
Hi. Oh.
Hi, MJ. Hi, everybody. Kumusta kayo?
Go.
Kumusta kayo? Kamusta? Yes, yes. My first question is for Aga Muhlach. Hi, Sir Aga.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes, Sir Aga, we all know na tinanggap ng publiko yung pelikula mong Miracle in Cell number 7. Ano? Do you have any plan to do another remake ng Korean movie? Kagaya nung Miracle in Cell number 7? May plano bang gumawa ulit ng panibagong proyekto katulad nun?
Well, paano ko ba sasabihin ito? Parang meron naman. Siguro i-announce namin next year for the next festival kung ano yung gagawin namin. Basta maganda yung pelikula, gagawin ko. Yes.
May second question is that, how's your 2020 and paano yung mga, how do you spend? Paano mo yung during quarantine time? Ano mga pinagkaabalahan mo nung mga panahon na yun?
I got busy with Masked Singer Pilipinas, which was an experience because of first time ko nag-work na meron mga testing and naka-lock, parang may mga cubicles kayo, you're all separated, you're all wearing your shield and like that. That's one. Yun lang ang ginawa ko and some of our endorsements. And more aside from that, wala. We're just home with kasama aking pamilya at mga kaibigan. Ganun lang. Nasa probinsya din, lumalabas. Ganun lang.
My last question is for everybody, no, para sa mga artists natin. We all know kung ano yung pinapagdaanan ng bansa natin right now because of the Ulysses and yung bagyong Raul na sumalanta sa Cagayan, Tugigaraw, sa Marikina at sa ibang part ng bansa. Ang showbiz kasi ngayon, ang industriya, ang isa sa pinakatumutulong, no, sa kanila. Kayo ba, how do you extend your help to our kababayan sa naapektuhan ng naturang mga bagyo? Miss Shine, ikaw muna mauna. Is it okay?
I'm just very proud and lucky to be part of Actor organization. We've been repacking a lot and accepting a lot of donations. Hanggang ata today, tumanggap pa kami ng donations. But ako personally, I was there for 3 days straight, nagre-repack, and I'm just very proud that I am part of the group.
Okay. Isa, yes.
Hey, ako. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, yung asawa ko message. No, I'm also part of Actor and I'm really, really proud of everyone's hard work. Kakalabas ko lang kasi ng bubble. So I wasn't really able to help out with the packing and a lot of these things. Kami ni Jody actually when we were seeing all of these things, sabi namin, alam mo, meron kang parang you wanna do more, pero you can't because syempre we were locked in. So we're so grateful that so many of our co-actor members and even mga volunteers were there. Actually, dumaan ako nung when I got out and I was there, and sobrang bilib na bilib ako. And you know, I think I just want to point out also that I think ayun ko, na-feel ko lang kasi to na parang may sense ka of guilt, na parang some of us, parang I have a friend who said she wanted to fly to Cagayan to really help out. Diba? Meron kang ganun you want to do this, you want to do everything. But during these times, I think as long as you know that you did your best and you really helped another person during a time of struggle, I think that's really already a good thing. So, and in terms of donation, kahit piso, 5 piso, kung ano ang nakayanan mong ibigay, na pwedeng tinulungan mong maglinis ng bahay or something, I think that's really already a blessing. And parang sinasabi ko lang na, siguro I'm telling myself this, na parang we shouldn't feel guilty if we're not able to do as much as we can. Because it can affect us also mentally and emotionally. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Karil.
But of course, praying for everybody who was affected by it.
Okay. Okay, ikaw, Karil.
Hi, Miss Melba. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry, umabot naman.
Hello, hi, Chris.
Sangre represent.
Wow.
The music scene has been doing a lot of work actually together. So, under the leadership of Ninong Ryan Cayabyab, of course, our national artist, we've been doing a lot of fundraisers. So, noong March, we had Bayanihan Musikahan for the pandemic, and now it's continuing. We're gonna have, actually parang, baka sila dapat ang mag-launch, pero we're gonna do something and they're gonna announce it on Friday. So the musicians are coming together for that. But also with Caritas Pasig, I'm doing a project with several people that we're gonna be helping, and of course, the people affected by the typhoons. But also, yung mga ospital din na humingi ng tulong. So very, very soon we'll be launching that.
Okay, thank you. Bella?
Yes, hello. Hi
yes,
po, Ate Mel.
hi.
Hi, and hi to everyone who's here. Congrats also on your show. Ano ba, parang ako, I started being more conscious about, I guess, helping the community pati nung start ng quarantine. So right now, I'm just continuing what I've been doing from the start. My best friend Danny and I are accepting donations at the moment. We've been getting suppliers for, I guess, parang food na we could get cheaper para mas maraming matulungan. So right now, we're in that process. But more than that, and I'm very, very proud of the industry I work in kasi I see na lahat gumagawa ng effort to really, iba yung iba yung physical na ikaw din yung gumagawa, na ikaw yung nag-repack, ikaw yung nag-aabot. I mean, that's very commendable. But at the same time also, I see a lot of young ones on Instagram or on Twitter sending messages, asking for help, more for personal reasons, or parang they share their emotional experiences throughout the quarantine, especially because of the last 2 typhoons that we've experienced. Parang meron na ring mental health dilemma na nangyayari now. Sometimes I feel like we don't notice anymore because we keep on focusing only on the basic necessities to survive, which is very sad. So right now, I try as much as possible na mag-reach out pag merong nagni na tulong or kailangan lang ng kausap. I try to reply to a point naman din na hindi ko naman din masyado binubugbog yung sarili kong mental health kasi, you know, you can't pour into another's cup if yours is empty. So, there. Yun po.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sir Aga. Sir Aga, kayo po.
Unang-unang maraming salamat sa lahat ng walang tigil na tumutulong. And sa akin lang naman parang may sako naman o hindi. Parati naman taon-taon may nangyayari sa atin, especially this year na marami tayong pinagdadaanan talaga. Sa akin na lang, bilang payo na lang sa lahat, tumulong na lang tayo ng tumulong. Like what Iza was saying, what Iza mentioned kayo na nakaka-guilty minsan. But you know, I think hindi naman natin kailangan kasi may mga tao naman din na na walang tigil na tumutulong. May gobyerno pa rin tayo, may mga tao pa rin na maayos na tutulong talaga, may Diyos pa rin tayong lahat. Basta sa atin lang, gawin natin yung hanggang kaya lang natin, imbukan lang sa puso natin parati, tumulong tayo ng tumulong. Yung nga sinasabi ko, may sakuna man o may bagyo man o may ganito man o wala, kahit sinong kaibigan natin na nangangailangan ng tulong o kababayan natin, tumulong lang tayo parati hanggang kaya natin. Kahit maliit lang, hindi naman kailangan malaki. Basta nandun lang tumutulong tayo. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Taon-taon naman may nangyayaring ganyan. Alam na natin yan. Maraming napakahirap na nangyayari sa bansa natin. Mahirap ang bansa natin. Maraming naghihirap. May bagyo man o wala. May pandemya man o wala. Maraming naghihirap. So hanggang kaya natin tumulong lang tayo. Again, hindi naman sa laki yan. Kundi basta meron may tulong. Hindi din parating pera. Minsan ang salita mo lang, napakalaking bagay o ang oras mo, ayun lang. Tapos kapit lang lahat, kapit lang. Lalagpas lahat yan.
Okay.
Amen.
Correct.
Alright, thank you. Okay ka na, Ate Melba?
Yes, thank you so much, MJ. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat and congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, ganda.
May we request lang them na to ask 2 questions each to accommodate our other friends from the press. And now we do have Zerlene Chua of Business World to ask her questions. Zerlene, are you there?
Malis na.
Baka naman nakamute lang siya kanina. Andyan na si Zerlene, andyan na. Tama ba?
Sabi niya, please ask for me.
Alright, please ask for me. So, ang kanyang tanong ay, hold on, let us look at her question. Ayan.
For Iza yan, for Iza.
No,
for
Miss,
Iza daw yan.
Ito for Miss Georgette. So, both iFlix and WeTV are under Tencent and some series both air on iFlix and WeTV. How different will the slate be for iFlix and WeTV? Will you be serving different target markets?
Well, specifically for WeTV, we call it Asian Premium Collection, no? So, that's why we have like a collection of like Asian, we have Korean, Chinese, dominantly Chinese, which we also produce as Tencent originals. But for iFlix, we focus mostly on local. And so that's the USP of both. We try to keep the content separate. But at the same time, the target market is very, very different. With iFlix, we have a free tier where we run ads, and so people can actually watch a lot of content that are free. And we also have some of the exclusive content that we have on iFlix that are not on WeTV. So we try to separate the two. But then for WeTV, what I personally would like to see is for the Philippine content to be at par with the rest of Asian content. So what I try to do is when I acquire content that are supposed to go to WeTV, it also has license to air it in the different countries. Because I would like for our content to cross over to the different territories. The way, say, Thai BL is very well accepted here in the Philippines, and even Taiwanese content is something that we consume. So I'd like for Filipino content to be consumed in the rest of Asia as well.
And this one, i-consolidate ko na yung question niya rito. So we just want to know how big iFlix and WeTV, the slate of it is for as of 2020 daw. And yung content po ba na Filipino sa WeTV, will it also be available in the other Asian markets?
Yes. So on WeTV, as I said earlier, the other markets will have access to it. So Miracle in Cell Number 7 will be available in all of the countries of WeTV, and all of the originals of WeTV will be available also.
Alright, so exciting talaga yan, Miss Georgette. Ito, susunod, magpapakita siya, si Miguel Dumawal of ABS-CBN News. Miguel! Kaya, i-read. Hey!
Hi!
Oh, Miguel, go!
Yes,
go
and
in your questions.
Sa WeTV for the launch of WeTV Philippines. This is for Miss Georgette. Kasi kanina, si Sir Aga mentioned something about yung titles natin being more risky because wala na yung consideration of being popular in cinemas. Where do you see WeTV going? More risky in terms of the content or titles we produce, or do we consider how popular it can be and maybe transcend that across demographics?
Actually, for us, it's really all about the story. That's what we begin with. We'd like to be able to cater to stories that are not being told or do not have a platform because maybe, it's sensitive or maybe it's taboo. So, because I guess for us on streaming, unlike TV and unlike cinema, where you have a very limited window to
Yes.
to see the return of your investment. With us, for years and years and years, a particular piece of content will still be watched and will still be consumed. So, parang mas mahaba yung PC namin. So we can be a little bit more experimental and we can be a little bit more risque, but we don't do things just for the sake of. We don't do things just for the sake of being risque, and we don't do things just because we want to be popular. It really boils down to what are the stories that we feel should be heard. What are the stories that we're talking about, but we can never really publicly acknowledge. Like we were talking just earlier, the Anatomy of Loneliness, and even like B&B, where it talks about the love stories of people who are a little bit more mature and not teenagers. Right, and so these are stories that are very common to us that we maybe talk amongst our friends about, but we don't see content that is written and produced about it. So this is the basis of what we do and what we create. So right now, I was saying earlier, because there are no cinemas, people are craving for a particular content, diba? So it doesn't necessarily have to be risky and risque. It doesn't have to be very, very different because as it is, there is a hunger for, maybe the tried and tested. And so we will go there also. So whatever will cater to our market, that is something that we will produce.
I see. Thank you, Ms. Georgette. And second question, MJ. Anyone from the stars can answer. Since nabanggit nga ni Ms. Georgette is you can go tried and tested and also more risque. Ngayon, sa mga stars natin, would you prefer with the current landscape now na titles can be shown anywhere, more risky roles or keep sticking to the formula na patok sa mga tao? Maybe can I ask Sir Aga, bilang ikaw ang matinee idol of so many generations.
Generations talaga, Aga.
Generations to generations.
Ang ibig sabihin nun, Miguel?
Maraming dinaanan.
Kuya!
Hindi, kasi ganito yan. Ang nangyayari kasi ngayon, para mas lumalawak ang audience natin. Kaya na pinag-uusapan natin yung mga kalamidad, yung nabanggit ko rin yung hirap ng bansa natin, hirap ng mga kababayan natin. So lumita talaga yung market natin sa sinihan. Kasi isipin mo nga naman sa isang pamilya, kahit gustong panoorin yung pelikula mo, kung 10 sila, 300 ang isang ticket, so 3,000 pesos, may pamasahe pa, may ganun pa, mahirap talaga. Ngayon dito sa WeTV natin, sa platform na to, ito sa ganyan, sa halagang kung ilan man niya, kung 300, 400, sa isang buwan, ilan kayo makakanood, ilan ang mapapanood mong pelikula. So nakakalungkot mang isipin, but kasi may hilig ako sa pelikula talaga sa silver screen, hanggat maaari hindi ako gumagawa ng TV talaga. Iba kasi yung feeling na nagbabayad ang audience, they go out of their way, magbibihis sila, may ipon na pera, ibibili ng ticket at panunorin yung pelikula mo. It's an event really, and nakakataba ng puso sa akin yung ganung bagay. Kaya lang ngayon palit yung audience natin sa ganyan at pumapasok na to. So in terms of pelikula naman, as an actor, para mas bukas na bukas ka sa mga pwede mong gawin. Kasi parang you don't have to limit yourself kasi nag-iisip ka na panunorin ba to o hindi. May pera ba ang tao o wala. Mas madali silang ma-access ngayon itong pelikulang gagawin mo through WeTV, through all this new platforms na nangyayari sa buong mundo. Ganon. So parang as an actor, mas open ka, mas masaya, mas magandang gumawa ng pelikula. Kaya lang, syempre mamimiss ko talaga yung silver screen talaga na tinatawag natin, yung ganon. So hindi natin alam. Let's see what happens in the years to come.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Sir Aga. And maybe MJ, maybe either Miss Iza or Bella.
I want to hear from the others.
Yes.
Iza. Si Iza, Bella.
Parang eliminating the box office consideration, does it make actors become more creative?
Yeah.
Kumbaga, does it aid you to become more adventurous roles?
I'll take a jab at this. and then you can answer last because you're also a writer, so you can also come from that perspective. As an actor, definitely, it gives you more freedom, a little less pressure. May ganun eh. And it will actually excite you more because if you're not having to cater so much to what everybody wants, you're doing projects that are new, so it's exciting and it will help with your artistic growth. It will feed your artistic soul. But yes, to what Kuya Aga said, no, it's the experience eh. It's a whole experience of going to the cinema that we will miss, that we are currently missing. And sana, babalik din naman siguro doon one day. But the landscape has changed a lot. And we have to also kind of not resist so much and go with the flow of where things are taking us to. And let's just see what the future holds. And we take it one day at a time. Ha?
Malungkot. Ayoko yan.
Oo nga eh. Mas malungkot kasi hindi pa tayo nagpipelikula. So, yun daw.
WeTV daw. Katok-katok daw.
Bella, as an actor-writer.
Ako, personally, I feel like we've seen a lot of changes. I mean, I grew up watching VHS to VCD to DVD to Netflix and all the online platforms, and now we have WeTV. So I'm excited to start watching local content here and original content here. Things will always change. 100 years ago, it was completely different. So I feel like ako personally, I'm just grateful na now the Philippines is not ahead, but at least kasabay man lang tayo ng mga neighboring countries natin na we could say that we're releasing original content on a different platform. I mean, like Kuya Aga and Ate Iza said, I am an actress today because I watched movies with my grandfather in the cinema. But that can change for my grandchildren. And I feel like we just always have to be open to what's new and what we can do. I just hope that, the actors, the creative teams, the staff, and everyone are treated like they were or respected as they were when we were working for the silver screen. And or if even better, kung mas hindi mapantayan pero mahihigitan pa yung level of respect for the work. I feel like also because of this pandemic, parang I saw a lot of people trying to stop actors or people from the industry to talk when there are certain issues. But parang, in fact, when you think about it, we are some of the biggest taxpayers in the country. Parang I feel like maybe having these kinds of platforms will now show people that, okay, actors are credible. They can even adapt to a new environment when given the chance. So this might open a lot of doors for us as well.
I love that. Very well said. Okay,
Alright, thank you. That's it from Ed. Yes. Thank you so much, MJ. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Miguel.
Okay,
Thank you.
Next, we have our friends from PEP. This one's Jimpy Anarcon who will be joining us to ask his questions. Jimpy?
Hello po.
Hi, Jimpy.
Hi.
First, po for Miss Georgette, no? Kasi we are used na talaga, parang pag sa TV there, and even in film, merong competition like the network war and yung mga iba-ibang outfits. Pagdating po ba sa streaming, may ganong concept pa din ba? Especially na ang dami na we have I1TFC, Netflix Philippines, and all the other streaming platforms. May ganon din po ba in this market?
That's a good question.
Do you want to answer it, Aga?
No. I want to listen. No,
I actually think that we are complementary to each other. That we actually are partner apps. Because if you look at what's available just here in the Philippines, there are no duplicates naman eh. So we have Netflix that is actually very Hollywood-centric. And then there's I1TV, which has all the content of ABS-CBN. And then there's us that has, a lot of the different Asian content. And you have View that has Korean. So I don't think there's a duplication. I think we have our own market to cater to. And I think we have more than enough people and more than enough subscribers who have a very strong interest in the various content that we all have to offer.
So parang hindi naman po super like affected ng network. Kasi as we can see here, we have Sunshine and then Iza and then Bella na parang super mix na lahat nandito.
Galing nga eh, di ba? Nagsasama-sama na lahat, finally.
I think it's what is very healthy for the industry because you're able to work with people who are fit for the role, who are perfect for the role. You're able to work with people who have the same maybe creative ideas and vision as you have, and not be limited to the people who are in the same maybe network or the same studio that you are in. Because I think for us to grow as an industry, not just not just as particular brands and products, but as an industry as a whole, as an entertainment industry as a whole, for us to be able to offer our content outside of the Philippines and truly become international and truly become accepted on the world stage, I think we have to harness every kind of creativity that we need. And that means crossing lines. Because if ang daming limitations, di ba? There's limitations of budget, there's limitations of who we can work with, there's limitations of image. And if we keep adding to the limitations, how will we grow and how will we create exceptional content?
Yeah. If I may add, if papadagdag lang. Kasi ang nangyari, madami nangyari nung nagkaroon ng COVID, nawala yung ganito, nagkaroon ng ganyan, ito yung nangyayari, ganon. Yung sinabi nga kayo na si Isa biglang nandyan, si Sunshine nandyan, si Karel nandyan, si Bella nandyan, marami pa, no? Maraming ganyan. Ang liit-liit ng Pilipinas, ang liit-liit ng industriya natin, grabe ang divisiveness, yung division na division, parang hiwa-hiwalay, naglalaban-laban, which I think nawala ngayon yan. Na sana mangyari like yung dati yung industriya natin, na of course, dapat nag-move forward tayong lahat, pero dapat sama-sama. Kumbaga hindi limited. Pag taga ABS, ABS ka lang. Pag taga 7, 7 ka lang. Pag taga Viva, Viva ka lang. Dapat open, bukas na bukas lahat. Para nagkakasama-sama, mas maganda yung nagagawa ng ating mga pelikula. Mas marami tayong nakakasama mga artista na feeling natin na hindi natin makakasama. Andiyan na yung opportunities now, di ba? Sana mangyari na yan, na mawala na yung, ikaw exclusive ka lang dito, ikaw doon ka lang, ikaw dito ka lang. Yun, nung ko pa gustong sabihin na, masyadong ulit ng industriya natin.
Good point.
Diba? Tigilan na yan, tigilan na yan.
Yeah. Can I add something to what Aga said? When we were developing the different concepts to present to Miss Georgette, the initial action right away that the girls had was, let's get writers that got that lost their jobs because ABS shut down. And automatically I said, yes, definitely. There was no questions about it. No, that we reached out to the people that could that needed jobs right away, especially the creatives, the writers, the executive producers, the whoever who needed a job. We were open to working with them. Exactly what Aga said, that it's about time that if the streaming platforms will offer that opportunity, para naman magkaroon ng cross-pollination na yung galing.
Yes.
Ganda ng cross-pollination.
Yeah.
Spell po.
Agree.
Parang science.
Yeah, so that's what we need, basically.
Yes. That's true. From writers to directors to actors, lahat, di ba?
Growth.
Sama-sama. Galing. So lahat ng pelikula magaganda, magagawa natin lahat, mapapakita natin yung galing ng Pilipino.
Exactly.
Oh, yun.
Yan. Thank you, Miss Georgette, Sir Aga, and Direct Mark.
you.
Ito po, going naman to the Sanger Group, of course. Kasi, paano nag-iba ang dynamics ng working relationship nyo ngayon, especially that hindi na kasi siya acting, marketing, and producing na lang dahil may director na pala tayo. Sunshine.
Yes. Abishala, JP.
Binubuo and Sunshine kasi kayo yung parang closely na mag-work together dahil the actress and Sunshine is the associate director.
Who would like to go first?
Ikaw naga.
Go ahead.
I think the beauty with our group is we all know each other. We know our strengths and weaknesses, and from that we create something very beautiful. And especially now, si Iza naka-lock in. Ako malapit na rin mag-lock in. Si Kay nagtatrabaho rin yan everyday, and si Direct Mark. We just have this understanding na parang, okay, I will do this and they will respect me for doing that because this is what I'm interested in. And then, I can always call on si Kay kasi katulad yan, tinawagan ko na yan kanina umaga kasi magla-lock in na ako.
Oo, naka-prepare na.
Si Kay na yung, Kay, you have
Assistant
to
mo
step
lang.
in. So, may ganun kami na, kumbaga, hindi na kailangan ng maraming explanation. Pero alam namin kasi yung strengths namin and what we can put in the table. So, I think that's the beauty to it.
Mm-mm. And we were really inspired to create job opportunities. I don't think we've ever worked this hard. We've been pitching left and right, to be honest, and just really, we've had a lot of bad pitches and all that. Pero coming from the music standpoint, the pandemic brought the music scene together. In my heart talaga, I've always, as a K-drama fan, I've always dreamed of a big soundtrack for Philippine shows. So my mission right now, baka naman you guys can help me, is to add as many songs per show or per movie. So I've been working with legal and mga publishers also and some songwriters because nag-volunteer din ako as staff dun sa Bayanihan Musikahan. So my network has grown and I've really gotten to know so many singer-songwriters. And sabi ko, one day, malalagay natin itong mga kwento natin also through music because, oh my gosh, ang dami nating talented musicians. Kailangan, nandun din siya sa, sa work na acting, ganyan. Kailangan magsama-sama lahat. Ayun nga sinasabi ni Aga Muhlach. Talagang, eto na yun eh. Wala nang boundaries, di ba? We're just bringing everyone together to create this work, di ba? Tama na yung mga war.
And may I just add, if you will recall, most of the most memorable movies or TV shows that you've seen, meron talagang element yan ng magandang music, di ba? Especially the theme songs. And I think nung mga nakaraang ibang taon, parang medyo nakalimutan natin yan eh. Pero madaming mahusay na OPM writers. And dapat it has to work together, di ba? Para din ma-promote din natin yung ating music industry.
The synergy.
Yes.
I think that's one element that you find, especially in Anatomy of Loneliness in B&B. It's a very, very strong element of music and local music at that.
All right. Did you get your answers, Jimpy, or you want to hear from someone else?
From Iza.
Oh, how is it? Speaking of synergy, I think that's what we have in Sangre. Like we just flow and work together because we understand each other. Kumbaga, ano yung bandwidth? Anong kaya ng bandwidth mo at the moment?
Oh, you should see our meetings.
Parang we're also at that age na parang we're not competing with one another. Yung parang we work together kasi we have a company. Everyone has a stake. Diba? Yung parang we're a group.
Sa network war lang
solid.
naman kasi nag-umpisa lahat yung gulo-gulo na yan.
Hugot!
Diba?
May teleserye ako. Huy!
Hindi, pero diba dapat sama-sama lang, diba? Para lahat nakakatrabaho. Kahit yung kunyari, yung writer na magaling na nandun, o yung artista na magaling na nandun, yung director na nandun. Diba? Kung na-assemble, nabubuo natin lahat yan na walang agawan, meaning walang nag-aangkin, di mas masaya, mas maganda. Di ang tagal na natin nakaangat na noon pa.
Yeah.
Papunta na tayo.
I think that's the beauty also of working for WeTV and Miss Georgette. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to produce this original for you. For WeTV, I mean.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Georgette. Good job.
Thank you, Jimpy.
Aga, you doing an original with us?
Ayan na. O, ito na, baka may tanong pa siya, si Tito Mel Navarro.
Game.
O, game, Aga.
Tito Mel, ayan na, may question na siya. Hello.
Hello. Question for Direct T. Direct. More than 10 years ka sa ABS-CBN. And now, nabigyan ka ng chance ng series na ito. Anong pakiramdam? Anong pressure? Anong struggle sa first time director for a series?
Hindi naman ako 10 years sa ABS, Kuya Bel.
This Mel. Hi, Mel.
Matagal din. Matagal. Hindi naman 10 years. Siguro cumulative. I came from Star Cinema for a couple of years. Then I moved to TV Prod. I was also doing teleseries. Well, I've always wanted to direct a series. And sa totoo lang, dream ko kasi maging kagaya ni Shonda Rhimes. Kasi yung mga material kasi na ginagawa niya is exactly what I want when it comes to creating materials. You don't create materials just for entertainment, but also what do you do to your society? What can your materials affect? How can your materials affect the society? So si Shonda Rhimes kasi marami siyang pinaglalaban sa material niya tungkol sa gender equality, equal pay, feminism. Gusto kong gamitin yung media, especially through series, para makapukaw ng damdamin, para makapag-change ng ideologies, o para mapaisip yung audience mo. Diba?
Direk, panoorin ko yung series mo, ha?
Yun na nga. Salamat po.
Follow up ko rin yung Direk
Hindi,
Perky.
talaga,
Anong reaction
excited
mo
ako.
doon? Anong reaction mo doon, Direk Perky, sa sinabi ni Aga kanina na...
Siyempre flattered.
Oo, parang naunahan mo siya.
Oo, flattered. Kasi po nung nasa Star ako, palagi po namin siyang gustong ikunin eh. Palagi po eh. So talagang kami pag Aga project, nag-aagawan kaming mga creatives eh. So,
Segue ko
po. Gagalingin namin
kay
Sir Aga.
Panoorin ko. Maganda yung natake mo na issue na yan.
MJ, segue ko na rin kay Aga.
Go! Okay.
Hi, morning. Aga, anong pinagagalingan mo nung sinabi mong parang naumong pag gustong gawin yung concept ng loneliness or anatomy of loneliness? And then, naisip mo ba yan to produce it as an actor then? Ganon?
Yes. I've been wanting to. Kaya nga nagulat nga ako nung meron na pala. Sabi ko, okay. So, okay na rin because now I just want to see sana kung anong mangyayari doon, kung ano ang effect doon. Because kahit nga nung June, hindi naman ako masyadong active sa social media, yung mga post, mga ganyan, and of course it comes with the times, but then I'm very private with my own thing, and so sometimes I would post, but what I'm trying to say is gusto kong ipamukha nga at sa tao na baka nakakalimutan niya ng mabuhay talaga ng tunay. Kasi baka puro mga pinapakita nyo, ganyan. Baka mamaya ang lulungkot na ng puso ninyo lahat, di ba? Kaya nagkakaroon ng madaming depression and lahat ng mga issues, mga problema, suicide and all this and ganyan because you realize, akala mo, post ka ng post, ganyan, pakita ng magaganda, pakita ng ganito. Yung pala inside you, there's nothing really. It's sad.
And then last question for Aga pa rin. Yung sinasabi mong decisiveness ng industry, ano ba ang dapat gawin or sino ba ang dapat mamuno?
Hindi, yung division na sinasabi ko na it started, matagal na ako nasa ABS. Nakita ko yan how it all happened na we were doing sitcoms, we're doing shows sa 7, shows sa 2, Channel 13 and all this ganyan, and then movies gawa sa Regal, Viva, Star Cinema. Sama-sama lahat, nagkakasama-sama lahat, mabuhay, and then slowly mamaya you realize even yung mga shows sa ABS, because I was from ABS, I am from ABS, ang puso ko naman nandun, parang there was a time na kahit yung mga shows namin, yun na yung mga naglalaban-laban, parang sino mas malamang na rating sa kanila o sa atin, may mga ganun na, naririnig ko yan, and bothered ako, even in the 90s pa lang, in early 2000 or mid-2000, mga 2005, 2007, 2008, bothered na ako sa ganun, tas yung mga network wars na, parang hindi natin pwedeng kunin si ganyan, hindi pwede, anyway. So, hindi ko alam. Bahala na. Kaya buti nga nagka-COVID tuloy. Kita mo nangyari. Di sama-sama lahat ngayon.
And then at least a statement coming from you.
Walang saying, di ba? Na parang tama na yung hiwa-hiwalay. Ang hirap na nga na bansa natin, nag-aaway-aaway pa. Magsama-sama na lang talaga. Kung talaga magtulungan na. Huwag yung tulungan sa salita, tapos hindi naman sa gawa.
Ang laman nun, Tito Mel.
Oo nga, kaya nga tinanong ko kay Aga. Kasi hindi, consistent naman si Agal in telling it to the press.
Alright.
Sana nga may mangyari.
Okay. Okay ka na, Tito Bel?
Thank you so much. Congrats to
Alright.
everyone.
Thank you po, and thank you sa lahat ng mga press natin na nagtanong ngayong gabi. But of course, we also want to thank our special guest for tonight, si Direk Bertie, si Direk Mark, the beautiful soundtrack, Cyril, Iza, and Sunshine. But for the cast of Miracle and Cell number 7, please kindly stay with us as we come to a close, because if there are no more questions and before we formally end the program, let us please watch the beautiful trailer of Miracle in Cell number 7, the feature film presentation ushering in the 2020 our special guest from the cast of Miracle in Cell number 7 to please invite everybody to download WeTV app so they can watch the heartwarming Miracle in Cell number 7 streaming exclusively sa WeTV. Please do the honors, Bella, Zia, and Sir Aga. All right. Who wants
Ay,
to
nakamute pala ako. Sorry.
Go!
Sia, go ahead.
Sana po marami po sa inyo makadownload ng WeTV, and masaya po ako dahil meron na tayong bagong platform na WeTV para mas marami pang tao makanood ng Miracle in Cell number 7. So sana po ma-download niyo po yung app. Thank you!
Sir Aga.
Alright.
Go, Bella. Go.
Ako rin ako kay Aga. Ayan,
Okay, Bella,
sa mga-
go ahead, please.
Okay, to the families out there na hindi nakanood, sa mga magbabarkada last year na hindi nakanood ng Miracle in Cell number 7, at sa lahat na nagtatanong this year kung saan nila mapapanood, finally, we are available exclusively on WeTV. So please download the app. It's a cheaper way to spend quality time with your families and your friends. So I hope we can all support WeTV and of course watch Miracle in Cell number 7. Thank you!
Ayun. Salamat, Bella. Salamat, Sia. Salamat, Georgette. MJ, thank you. Thank you. At sa inyong lahat, yan, paki-download na lang ng app ng WeTV and watch Miracle in Cell number 7 at lahat ng mga makikita natin doon. Supportahan natin. And excited ako. Actually, I'm really excited because gusto ko rin makita yung mga ginawa ni Georgette. Georgette, panonoorin ko yan, ha. Titignan ko.
Yes,
Thank you, Aga, and I hope you
Yeah.
you can create some content with us also.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Aga, Bella, and Zia.
Salamat.
So, Jet, do you want to say anything before we say thank you to our friends?
Well, first of all, thank you to everyone who's joined us today, our friends from the press, our friends from media, our clients, our partners. Thank you so much. It really, really means so much to us. Although syempre, I miss being, in person, being able to talk to people and chat and mingle, diba? But I guess this is the best that we can do it. It's very, very healthy discussion, very real, very raw, very, very, very human. And I like that we can have this kind of discussion, because if we are being real, then we could actually address things and we could actually do things to correct them and to make things better. So thank you so much, WeTV Philippines. Our launching movie, Miracle in Cell number 7. Please support us. It's exclusive and it starts on November 27. Thank you so much.
Yes.
November
even to that.
27. Okay.
Ilang tulog na lang. November 27 is the date. Again, thank you very much to our special guest for joining us tonight. Thank you so much to our friends from the press, our advertisers, partners, directors, producers, and of course, yung mga special celebrities yan. Again, thank you for joining us sa launching ng WeTV. Guys, Miracle in Cell number 7 will kick it off on November 27 exclusively on WeTV. And we just want to remind everybody to please do use the hashtag WeTVPinas and the hashtag WeTV always more. Ayan po yan. So kung sa mga update lang po, hindi tayo nagkukulang dyan, talaga naman i-follow nyo na po yung social media pages natin. On FB, it is WeTV Philippines, and on Twitter and Instagram, it's also at WeTV Philippines. So please watch out for all the amazing WeTV originals coming your way come 2021. Keep safe and good night! Excited na ako, WeTV. Let's go!